Y'all have seen the warp pipes, they're no secret, and you kind people keep trying to gift them to me left and right, so I figured, what the heck, let's make a video. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Smash that like button if you're pumped for pipes, and let me know in the comments down below where you're putting yours. This is no ordinary pipe video, though, because I'm sure you all know that if you get in a warp pipe, it awesomely takes you to the other warp pipe. But today I have 7 tricks for you. 7 awesome tricks to get the most out of these warp pipes. 7 things that you've probably been wondering, things that maybe you haven't even wondered, and ways to make these warp pipes extra special on your island. So let's get right into it. No time to waste. These pipes, they're going places. All right, so trick number 1, it's a pretty obvious one, but pipes can be used to help you get up to other levels. You can rise and fall without the need for a ladder at all. This is going to be a great method of travel if you want to quickly get to a higher level, or if you want to situate yourself in a place where a ladder would not be convenient. I love that the warp pipes allow you to so briskly and so quickly raise the roof, quite literally. You can't go to the 4th level, but you can get up a level and go down a level, which is pretty darn fun. And I think there's going to be a lot of interesting usages of this to help you fast navigate your island. Trick number 2, you may say, Zach, this looks like a simpler version of trick number 1, but it's different. We first learned about leaping back with Pascal when you could pop your booty off of a ridge, jump from the rocks above, and crash splash down into the waters below. Pascal was like, dude, stop the splashing. But now there's no splashing, there's just large leaping. You can jump off of cliffs and land in the warp pipes, which is pretty darn fun. Another great way that I think people are going to be able to smartly use for such awesome travel. You will find ways to, get from high places to jump into warp pipes and emerge somewhere else. Now, if you put a warp pipe, this is kind of like a special little bonus secret. If you put a warp pipe right by the edge, there is a chance that you will emerge up high. Now, of course, there is a chance that you will emerge down below, and it doesn't seem to have any real rhyme or reason to this. I enter the pipe, and the game wants to decide where I will go. Oftentimes, I will pop up, and then other times I will pop down. So you need to ensure that you do have a warp pipe up above if you want to guarantee that you'll pop up above, or you can just use trick number 3. Trick number 3, you want a way to force a warp pipe to pop you on the upper level? A warp pipe that's on the lower level, taking you elevator style? Well, let me show you how to get it done. Just wait. 3, 2, 1. If we surround the warp pipe with terraformed cliffs, it will force the game to pop you up high. There's no option for it to do so. And this is a nice way that you can have a lower level warp pipe, or even a hidden warp pipe, a warp pipe that doesn't aesthetically assault your island. If you're not someone who likes bright greens, if you're not a big Mario Mania person, you can make the warp pipes very subtle, and they still will provide an excellent source of transportation and a really fun way to enhance your island. Like, I don't see how anyone gets away with not including warp pipes in their build, even if it's not for the visual appearance, but just for the fun of it, the teleportation, the speed. We're gonna have to stopwatch this, but yeah, I really like this one. Trick number 4. This one is one of the best because it's a total time saver. Y'all know how you have to load into the upper floors, the other rooms, the basement. It's just kind of a bummer to see the little island icon flashing all the time. Ignore my bugs. But if you place a warp pipe in your upstairs attic and you place a warp pipe down in your basement below, or frankly any room, you absolutely still get the load screen, but you at least skip 1. So you can go from the top floor to the bottom floor with 1 load screen instead of 2, or you can go from the basement to the attic, the upstairs, however you refer to it, without having to deal with 2 in the interstitial as you hit the lower floor. Now, I think this is less exciting if you're just going from like, hey, your entryway to your kitchen, but it's pretty cool when you're like, wow, not only do these warp pipes take me to another level, but they warp me back in time. All of a sudden, oops. Trick number 5, the trick where you can completely nullify the effects of warp pipes and also do something super sneaky. So if we surround the warp pipes with no available space, where we can't emerge anywhere safe without stubbing our toe or drastically injuring our villager, the game understands that and it won't let you warp. It'll just say, sucks to suck, you don't warp, you just piped. And I imagine this has to get a little taxing on the system after a while. Like, you go down, it's got to gobbledygook up your entire system, and so you won't pop out. So if you want to just make warp pipes only aesthetic, you can do this. But there's a really cool way where you can make someone pop out of a warp pipe and maybe have something silly happen to them. Watch. if you surround the pipes with holes, and you got to be very particular, you got to be very specific, you have to make sure that they're completely entrenched. If there's any gap around the pipe, it will not work. But check this out. You surround them with holes, the game doesn't recognize that there's crowded space, and it just makes your person fall into the hole. This could be a very funny way to create some difficult situations if you're, trying to make a crunchy island type race, or if you just want to create a confusing scenario for your friends where they think warping is exciting and they end up stuck in the mud. But again, make sure that you really jam the holes in. These warp pipes can move very fine spaces. You can push them and pull them very small amounts, like they move very barely. So make sure that you crowd them if you want to do this trick. And also, it's kind of a task to make sure that you grab the pipe instead of jump the pipe. The range for jumping is pretty substantial, like the hitbox for jumping is decent. So you really want to press your nose up to that pipe, hug that pipe, show that pipe some love, and then hold that A button if you want to drag it, because if you're even a little bit far away and you try to hold A, right, your character's just going to jump in. They're very finicky pipes, but as you can see, you can do beautiful things. Ah! Trick number 6, one you've probably been wondering about since the beginning. What happens if you gift a warp pipe to your OG homie Cranston? What happens if you go over here and say, "What's up, my dude? How you doing? I'm gonna give you a pipe." Could we create a scenario where we could get a little bit closer to our favorite villager? Could we use a pipe to pop inside their home and have a good time? Let's see what Cranston does with this pipe. Well, after a few days traveling and like 20 snack runs, literally, Cranston was never home. He finally returned and popped the pipe out. It's quite nice. The pipe is here. It's quite lovely. You can use the pipe in the house. I currently don't have any other pipes placed, so it'll just pop me back out here. But the real deal question is, what happens if we do pop a pipe outside? Are we able to visit Cranston's house when he's on all those snack runs? Now, I'm going to jog over here down by my beach, and I'm going to drop this pipe. So we'll put another pipe down and ignore my full pockets. I know that's a little disconcerting. And then we're going to jump in the pipe and see if we warp inside. No, right back here. Now, the reason for this, the inability to travel inside a villager's home, is because of what we've been talking about. They don't want you there when the villager is not. It would somehow break the cycle of the game where you can only visit when the villager is home. And if you could warp pipe in, then you would be able to always enter. And so even with another warp pipe placed elsewhere on the island, if you use a warp pipe in a villager's house, you'll only ever reappear right there. So while Cranston can be cool, this is more like an anti-trick. It'll never work. Trick number 8 is one that's quite great. When the freaking wasps come to chase you, drop that pipe down as quick as you can, get in, and the wasps will leave. They completely avoid you. It is the absolute wasp killer. Who needs spray? Who needs speed? You just need a warp pipe. Yes, indeed. And you'll pop right where you are. They still leave. It is the greatest medicine. You don't have to craft anything. You don't have to go digging for any clams. You just have to pop in a pipe, and voila! Pipes are the best item to carry with you for their transportation, for their life-saving capabilities, for all of their fun tricks. So let me know in the comments down below what trick you enjoyed most today and how you plan on using these amazing pipes. Obviously, there's a few other fun things like, hey, if you have one pipe, this isn't really a trick, but it's just like a basic thing. Like, hey, you have one pipe, you just pop right back out. And it's just a cute little way to spook somebody, I guess. Or, you can obviously have a bunch of pipes and then you'll randomize. But you guys all know this, so I want to kind of give you guys some interesting tips and tricks, some things that maybe you hadn't seen or heard of before, some cool ways to utilize Mario's main item to move about and to change your island in ways that maybe wasn't quite possible before. I think the ways that people use these to create nifty islands of teleportation, transportation, and other quirks, maybe people will uncover other tricks too. It's going to be really exciting. Now, of course, the main trick that you can do with these before we wrap is utilize it to really get you far on the island. So, for me, my warp pipe is going to be right down yonder. Probably, right here in my entryway. I think this might be a nice spot for it. We'll lay this one like so. Marshall, how do you do? And then I'm going to make the long journey. Look how long this takes. Like, islands are no small thing. I mean, they're not huge, but it does take a bit to get all the way back to where you want to go. So, whereas normally it would take me this freaking long to get all the way down to my secret beach, I'd have to get up here, I'd have to ladder it up. I'd have to run over yonder. I'd have to go down the staircase. I'd have to look and see no red. Well, now I can just place a pipe instead. And within mere seconds, I'm from the back of the island to the front of the island. There you have it, my friends. That's the 7 best tricks with warp pipes in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button if you did. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. I love you guys so much. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy out there. SwitchForce out.